Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike Green. I'm one of the owners of 1A Auto. I want to help you save time and money repairing and maintaining your vehicle. I'm going to use my 20 plus years experience restoring and repairing cars and trucks like this to show you the correct way to install parts from 1AAuto.com. The right parts installed correctly. That's going to save you time and money. Thank you and enjoy the video.
In this video, we're going to be showing you how to replace the AC belt, which is a smaller belt down below on these engines. This is a 2002 with a 6-liter. This is the same as basically any 99 to 07 with a V8 4.8 liter, 5.3 liter, or 6.0 liter. Tools you'll need are a flat blade screwdriver, a 15 millimeter socket with a 3/8 ratchet and extension. Okay, you're going to start out by removing your intake hose assembly, because you do need to remove that because you need to take the serpentine belt off first. Okay, and we're going to kind of speed up through this part here. Use your screwdriver to kind of pry in, break the rubber loose from the plastic, maybe twist it a little bit as well, and then pull it from the throttle body. And also pry, there's a little clip that holds the radiator hose in, pry that out with your screwdriver as well.
And then I'll install it back on my intake hose. Okay, to make it easier for later. Okay, so now you can see your tensioners right here. So what you're going to do is take a 15 millimeter socket and ratchet and put the socket on there. Okay, and then that takes you just move the ratchet clockwise, and that takes the tension off. You can pull the belt either off of your tensioner, or I'm actually over here pulling it off of the idler pulley in the middle. Okay, and then slowly release this back. It's going to actually go back further than the original point. Okay, and now get your wrench back off. Okay, you're going to want to remove this protecting plate. It's 5 15 millimeter bolts. I'm just going to do it with an impact wrench real quick, just to make it fast.
And I'll make it even faster by hitting the fast forward button.
Now you can easily see up in here, here's our serpentine belt which we loosened. This is our tensioner for our AC belt, and there's our AC pulley over here. So you just want a 3/8 ratchet, it goes right into the square hole here, and clockwise release the tension, slip the belt back off the crank pulley, and then you can take the belt and kind of sneak it back around the pulley and off here. Okay, and so you can see this belt, it's in pretty rough shape. Okay, so you're going to take your new belt and feed it up over the crank behind the other serpentine belt. I just put it right in behind. Okay, feed it around the AC pulley. What I want to do is feed it around and get it set on the crank pulley here. Okay. Then I kind of set it up on the AC pulley as well. My ratchet with an extension, and push the belt up. Put it in there. Okay. Pull that down. Flip that up on top of the tensioner pulley. Then reach in from the side here and put my belt correctly onto my AC pulley. Okay, and then let my tensioner back. Okay, feel all the way around my AC pulley and feel all the way around the crank, and it's all set on there.
Now you're going to put the shield back on, and I'm just going to fast forward through that. It's nothing more than putting those 15 millimeter bolts back in and tightening them up.
Okay, to put the belt back on, what you want to find is your routing diagram. We're going to be using this one right here, and so the solid belt is the one that we're going to be looking at. And what you're going to do is actually feed it down and around your crank pulley first, then up and over your water pump, around your power steering, and then up in here, and then you'll pull. What I usually do is pull on here and then pull it up onto the alternator. So I'll kind of show you that. Can't really film it very well, so you'll have to take and of course I can't really film it that well, so you kind of have to take my word for it that that's what I'm doing. So you can take your belt, feed it down, and just kind of make a loop. Make sure it goes all the way around your crank pulley. Okay. Up over the water pump here. And down and around the power steering pump. Okay, so first I went down around my crank pulley, up and around the water pump with the back side of the belt, then around the power steering pump. Okay, and so now I have this part that I can hold to put onto the alternator. I'm going to set it there for a second. Take my socket, put it on my 15mm bolt on my tensioner. Okay, and then while I pull this way on the tensioner, take the belt and pull it up and onto the alternator. Okay, and then the tensioner takes over, and I'm just going to push it on a little more to my idler pulley here. Make sure it's pretty well centered. Okay, so after you have the belt on, just a quick check. Make sure it's on all the pulleys. Look way down at the crank pulley and make sure that it's on correctly down there. And also, obviously over here, the alternator and the power steering pulley, everything looks good.
Okay, and we're going to fast forward through this section, which is just putting that tube back in basically, and pushing the rubber onto the plastic, tightening up the clamps, and reinstalling that little clip that held the radiator hose to it. And after that, you should be pretty much all set. We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.